Hello, welcome to Daisy Nick's Recipes. Today I'm going to show you how to make soap cake slices with melt and pour. Now these are quite small and are great for parties, for children, christenings, weddings, anything like that. Ingredients: 300 grams of organic melt and pour soap base, 200 grams of white melt and pour soap base SLS free, 1 teaspoon of liquid Castile soap, some mica colours, fragrance or essential oils of your choice. Equipment: 2 heatproof jugs, a spatula, some silicone moulds, a knife or soap cutter, a tray to carry them on, a piping bag or spoon, and a microwave and some rubbing alcohol to sterilise. I've used a cake tin, as you can see here, where the bottom pops out to make it easy, but a silicone mould is just as good. Measure out 300 grams of your organic soap base. Then divide it in half and only chop up half into small blocks and put it into your microwave jug. Place in the microwave for 30-second bursts at a time. Stir around till it's all fully melted. If it hasn't, pop it back in for 10-second bursts at a time. Add a pinch of yellow or oxide mica. Then give it a good stir around to make sure there's no lumps in it. Then pour into your circular mould. Spritz the top with rubbing alcohol to pop any bubbles. Then leave to form a skin. We're then ready to make the embeds. Measure out around 50 grams of your white soap base. Add a small pinch of red mica. Then pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds, but just check because it'll melt quite quickly and you don't want it to bubble up or burn. Add a few drops of your fragrance and then pour into your moulds and spritz the top with rubbing alcohol to eliminate any bubbles. Measure out around 100 grams of your white soap base and split it in half. So chop up the 50 grams into small pieces and add a pinch of your mica. Pop into the microwave on 10-second bursts. Give it a good stir around and add a few drops of your fragrance or essential oil. Then pour onto your cake layer in the round tin. You do have to make sure that the cake layer has formed a skin or cooled down enough to support the next layer. If it hasn't, it's taking longer, just pop in the fridge for 10 minutes or so before each layer. And this will be your jam layer. Spritz the top with rubbing alcohol to eliminate any bubbles. Chop up the remaining 50 grams of your white soap base and put it into a clean jug. Pop it in the microwave for 10-second bursts at a time. Give it a good stir around and add your fragrance. Then pour on top of your jam layer. This will obviously be your cream layer. And spritz the top as well with some rubbing alcohol to eliminate any bubbles. Then pop in the fridge to harden for around 15 minutes before pouring the next layer. Add the remaining 150 grams of your organic soap base to your jug and pop in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time. Add a pinch of your colour and a few drops of your fragrance. Give it a good stir around to make sure it's fully combined. Then pour into the top of your cake tin. This is your final sponge layer. Give it a spritz with your rubbing alcohol to remove any bubbles. Turn out your chocolate size embeds and cut them into quarters to make them even smaller. I've grated some hard soap which I've left to go really dry to make it look like either icing sugar or coconut, and I've just put it through a sieve to make sure it's really fine. Using the last 50 grams of your soap base, pop it into the microwave for 30 seconds. Add your fragrance oil and 1 teaspoon of your liquid soap. Give this a good whisk about until it forms slightly soft peaks. You don't want it too hard because it'll just go solid and you'll not be able to use it. I find it, instead of using a piping bag, which can be pretty messy, I found it was easier just to use the spoon to spoon it and dollop it into place. If at any point it goes too hard to use, just pop it back in the microwave for 10 seconds, then re-stir it up and dollop it back into place. You need to put your embeds on as quick as possible before it sets, and just push them into the cream and it'll set in place. If you have any left over, just pop them in a bag for later use. Don't forget to spray the top with rubbing alcohol. Then sprinkle some of your grated soap onto the top to make it look like icing or coconut pieces. Then pop in the fridge for a few hours until it's totally cooled and set. And here's your finished product. And this is what it'll look like when it's cut in half. I find these are great for presents, for weddings, anything like that, parties, because they're quite small slices. I hope you've had fun making with Daisy Nix Recipes. I'm now on Facebook, so just type in Daisy Nix Recipes. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more DIY videos. If you have any questions, please email me at the address on screen. Thanks for watching.